Alright, so this video goes out per request to my buddy Antoine, who was asking me about Muay Thai and Muay Lao. So I'll make a series of videos, just different numbered lessons, just different basics, just to work you guys up. Anyone who also happens to find these videos or wants to know more, just starting you guys off with the basics and then building you up. There's not a lot to it, but it is a lot of fun. So some of the so what we're gonna do in a minute is just line drills back and forth because that's a lot of the drill and skill in Muay Thai and Muay Lao classes. But a big thing is in the hips. Like, you ever heard that joke, all in the wrist? In Muay Thai, Muay Lao, it's all in the hips. So a big part is coming up on the hips. So then that's how you execute your kick, like that. But notice, did you see how my body tilted off camera like that? Come up like that. That's huge. That's fundamental. So say you also got your guard up when that happens. You're still holding your guard. Um, so that's a multi-step process. Even just getting to that kick, and then from there, future lessons will go into teep kicks, blocks, and everything. But now I just want to introduce you guys to some basic drills. So what we're gonna do is just go back and forth a few times, and so so we're gonna do first just the knees. Let's do that a few times, and then we'll put the footwork into it. So I think, yeah, that's a good angle. Yeah, so big. I'll just make sure I'm in the angle. Okay, yeah. So basically, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back and forth to that fence and back, and just coming up on the knees. And when you're coming up, I want to make sure you can see my foot. Okay, so when you're coming up, you want to come up onto the ball of your foot, right? So we're gonna come up. So see, once I raise my knee high, see how I'm on the ball of my foot, on the ball of my left foot? That's really important too. And yes, you guessed it. Once you're up high like this, then you can execute. And it's also a great stretch too. In my academy, we would do like a lot of like walking hamstring things as well. I'll save that for an actual MMA class, but for now, it's gonna cut to the chase and let's do some line drills. Remember, we're coming up on the ball of the foot that's on the ground, and the other knee, and just alternating back and forth, okay? You can also hold up your guard too, and we're just alternating feet each way, back and forth. So the fun part about Muay Thai and Muay Lao, and I think why it became a part of MMA, is that kick is also a block, right? Which is pretty awesome. So say like you block something, if you have a good shot, you can execute a kick off that. All right, so that's basically it. Anyone has any questions, definitely drop it in the comments or hit me up if you got my contact info. And yeah, let's just do it one more time for fun, and then one more time for fun with the knees, then we'll add in the kicks. The same thing, back and forth. So what I love with world martial arts studies is different cultures, different countries of martial art origin. You can definitely get a feel for the climate from those martial arts. So Thailand and Laos, pretty hot there, and this is fluid, right? It's fluid, almost has like that islandy tropical feel, because it's just like, right, you know, things like that. Same thing with like capoeira from Brazil. It has that flow to it, you know. And then karate gets kind of cold over there in Japan and Okinawa, so like, you know, so like really like rigid, serious strikes and blocks and kicks. Just my personal observation. All right, so now, so you guys can run, that's a very basic thing. You guys can run that as many times as you want. All you need is just a good line drive. Even if it's only enough to do 2 or 3 kicks, say you're indoors or something, you can still run that. And some of the future lessons, I'll introduce how you can, you know, go from line drills into kicks. But just to get you guys started for now, because martial arts is definitely one of those things that you gotta build on top of the fundamentals. So this is one of the fundamentals. In this first few series of Muay Thai Muay Lao videos will be about building the fundamentals. So you can run that as many times as you want. Very easy, very straightforward. You're just coming up on the ball of your foot, and remember, it's all on the hips. Come up on the ball of the foot, lean back, right? So don't forget to practice that lean back when you're doing the drills, because that's how you set up for the kick. So like, for example, in class we'd run that like maybe like first 10 or 15 minutes, and then we would add on the foot. So this part's also kind of straightforward too. That's the cool thing about Muay Thai. It's simple, but it's very effective, and that's why it became, you know, one of the pillars of, you know, the octagon. I like to think of MMA as not really mixed martial arts, but just really 3 things: Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and boxing. That's pretty much MMA in a nutshell, honestly. Like a true mixed martial art would have Kung Fu, karate, everything in there, but because different holds and strikes are illegal, like to the head, or, you know, all the flashy things from Taekwondo, they kind of simplify that. But as far as I'm concerned, an actual Ultimate Fighters Championship would be 100% no holds barred, as insane as that would be. But yeah, no, it's pretty straightforward. You know, again, we're coming up on the ball of our foot, we're tilted, then you just execute. Just come up, same as before, and execute. And that's when you can really get that good, slow, like, lean into it too, that island vibe. You want that recoil to be nice and gradual too, nice and graceful. That's the fun thing about this. So let's just do a line of that back and forth. So this one's good and fun to practice with. Say you have a buddy who can be a target practice, and it's slow enough, smooth enough where you're not actually going to hit someone, right? They have plenty of time to get out of the way. But if you have a good target practice, someone to just stand there, even if they just catch your kick, it's slow enough that you have a lot to work with. It's easy to do, very malleable. So you're just coming up, executing the kick. And there's one other thought I had going down. Yeah, I think the biggest part is just being graceful, you know, because if you have that, once you get that hip control down and your balance down, you come up, you execute and come back. Like, so again, so that's pretty much it for this lesson, just an introductory lesson. But basically what you do, you just come up, execute, and come back. Very easy, very straightforward. And yeah, I'll do more videos of things to build on for here, but that's enough to get started.